Welcome to Arts in Focus. I'm Emily Henry. We don't often think of food as art, particularly while we're taking it in, but there's something special and most definitely artistic about chocolate made by local entrepreneur Kathy Brand-Beer of DeBrand Fine Chocolates.
I'm Kathy Brand-Beer from DeBrand Fine Chocolates, and I am the president and the founder. I've always loved art. In fact, all through school, art was absolutely my favorite subject. And I grew up in a family business where they taught classes in confectionery arts. So I decorated cakes and I did wedding cakes as a summer job one year for people when I was in high school. But even in younger years, I used to make necklaces, and I would just like to create things from the products that they sold in their store. So I made chokers and necklaces out of trinkets and ribbons, and I always made candies and chocolates, and I would take those to school and sell them to my friends. And so I've always loved creating things. And just the fact that I think I had access to so many different confectionery arts supplies is probably what led me to doing this. And chocolate was my favorite of all of those things. I mean, decorating cakes was fun, but chocolate was always my passion, and so was art. So putting the two together and making a business out of it is really the foundation of DeBrand. To get started, I did it very simply and very inexpensively. I pretty much took my life savings and just, without taking out a loan or anything, just bought used equipment and fixed it up. And I used one room of my parents' business to get it started. So again, started out very simply and then grew very gradually over the years. When I started, it was just myself. A year after I started, I got married, and my husband started working with me on a part-time basis, but before long we worked together full-time, and we've been working together since. We make all of the chocolates right here in this building, in the back in our kitchen. We do a lot of different things to set ourselves apart from other chocolates. We do look at each piece of chocolate as a work of art. First, it starts from an idea, and then, you think about what flavor combinations might be great, and I still love doing that part of it. I have one person who's kind of the head research development person that I work directly with, and I'll share ideas with her, we'll brainstorm, and then she and the cooks try different things. And I used to be more back there hands-on trying things, but now it's really nice that I've got these people that make these things, bring it to me, I'll taste it, and I'll decide if I want to add a little this or that, and we'll just keep making it over and over until it's like, okay, it's nailed, love it. It's so much trial and error. Sometimes something that I think is going to be fabulous, it isn't. And then sometimes we stumble onto things that we weren't even planning. So every piece that's been created, it's really been a little bit different experience, but it's always a lot of fun. How can it not be fun to be taste testing chocolate? Yeah, it's fun. We're very particular about all the ingredients that we use. We don't use any artificial food color or flavorings. For instance, if you eat a raspberry cream, that's such an intense burst of raspberry, but it's only pure raspberries, real berries, that makes that color and that flavor. So we're particular about that. The look of each piece we designed in-house. We want every piece to have a certain nice look. We want the packaging to be beautiful and presentable because so many people use our chocolates as gifts. The sad part is when we add a new piece, we really feel like we need to sometimes discontinue something else because we don't want to keep adding on and on. And even if it's a piece that is not a good seller, we usually get some haters out there that it was their favorite piece. And we've dealt with that a lot, but we still have to change things up and make things new. But we have certain favorites that we know we would never discontinue. In addition to all the different pieces we make what we call chocolate art boxes. And the entire box is made of chocolate, and they're made in several different designs. And on the chocolate art boxes, as well as many of our pieces of chocolate, since there's handwork involved in everything, no two will be exactly identical. So it makes it more interesting to see, okay, it's the same piece, but there might be slight differences in everything. Also, when you walk into our stores, we want you to feel like you're in a very special place. So we've tried to decorate the stores to be inviting and warm and comfortable. And we're very particular about customer service too. We feel like even customer service is an art. And we work with each individual who starts here, even like, you know, a 16-year-old when it's his or her first job, what we put them through. They have to learn everything about all the different products and how to deal with different types of situations. And then they're given a test that's literally about 9 pages long. So they have to pass this test, and then they have a verbal test after they pass the written test. So again, just to work in a chocolate shop, it's not as simple as people may think, because we do care about perfection in every way. I'm probably the most happy about the pride that so many people from Fort Wayne take into brand. They look at it like it's their chocolate shop, and I love that. The vision for DeBrand started out as wanting to do something the best it can be done. You can't be everything to everybody. You can't be the absolute best and the cheapest. You know, you have to choose your category. And we never wanted to do anything but make it the best it can be done.
For more information on Kathy and DeBrand Fine Chocolates, visit debrand.com.